Hello everyone, this is Advanyananda and he's Advaita Atma Yoga Academy. I'm just walking in a square near here to my apartment. I enjoy this walking. There are a few people here and it is not on night. I don't see any stars. I saw just one. I see just 1, 2, 3. Because there are many lights here, so it's not so easy to see, to gaze to the stars in the sky. I want to speak about presence. To be present moment to moment. Living in the now, living consciously moment to moment. It is one of the famous teachings of nowadays, mostly known by the teacher named Eckhart Tolle, the power of now, be present. Also mindfulness, be present moment to moment, are one of the most well-known spiritual teachings in this modern world. What does it mean be present? To be here and now, attentive and conscious of my beingness. Or in a negative way, we can say that be present means not to be lost in my thinking, to what I perceive, to what I feel. It's a state of attention, vigilance, of awareness. It is to be aware of what is happening here and now, inside, outside. Just be. Without wanting anything, without seeking anything, without missing anything. But this is not only present, to be present. It is also to be still. Just to be here and now without projecting thoughts, emotions, nothing. Just be. I'm here. What is here? I don't know what even here means. I am. I don't know even what does it mean. I am. What does it mean I am? So presence is just only a step to reach the state which is, we could say, of easiness. Of absence of myself. When myself is not here, it is what it is. Absolute freedom beyond words. Emptiness. There is no one here. This is a state beyond presence. This is the ultimate state, not presence. But presence is a necessary step. Which in reality, it's not only a step, it's a state of being, conscious moment to moment. To be a witness of what is happening within and without. To not be lost in thoughts, emotions, and sensory experiences. But the point is to live in freedom, not in presence only. And peace that passeth all understanding. So, presence is necessary, but it's not the final step or the final stage. Freedom is the ultimate state. Freedom. Freedom. To lose yourself in the mystery of life. To forget yourself. To be present is a state. To be is a state of consciousness, to live consciously. The ultimate state is beyond this. And it is beyond description. It's something like no one is here. No one is present. What is? Who knows? There is no one to know. So presence is a very necessary step. It's something we have. We must and we have to live moment to moment, present. To live consciously. Conscious or aware of what's happening within and without, and most of all aware of the inner silence, which is not a silence, but is something that seems to be silence, or silent, seems to be silent, a silence. What is? Who knows? To say that it's silence, it is an approximation, but it's not silence. It is not even freedom. It is not even peace. It is something beyond words, indescribable, and changeless. Never changes, it's always the same. It seems also that it never moves, it's immovable. without emotion. So we can experience it. We use the word silence, the silent space of consciousness. It's an approximation. It's so simple, and it is always experienced in the background of our experiences, of sensory and psychological experiences, but it is not clearly experienced, because all this noise of thoughts, emotions, impulses, imagination, sensory, perceptions are like clouds that prevents us from experiencing this indescribable silence clearly and steadily. So presence, yes, presence. We must maintain this state of presence, of vigilance, of alertness, and avoid identifying ourselves with the thoughts, emotions, impulses, and of course with external objects and persons and situations, and remain aware of the inner silence, which is beyond silence, indescribable and changeless, beyond words. The point is not only to be present, but to experience always as much as we can. And finally, always peace, freedom, and plenitude without any limit, without limitations. But to get to this state, we must liberate our mind and heart from all tendencies and lower emotions and desires and fears and anger and gluttony and lust for sex pleasure, food pleasure, any kind of pleasure. We can leave behind the sensory mind. Sensory mind is always limited and attached. Why? Because it's dominated by the vital emotional ego, which is mostly lustful desire. We must leave behind the sensory mind, and this is possible by detaching ourselves from this part of mind, and also by eliminating this vital emotional ego, which essentially is desire for sensory pleasures of any kind. So the whole problem, the root cause of our suffering and misery and unconsciousness, is the vital emotional ego that makes us identify with the physical body, and all vital emotional reactions, emotions, desires, and all thoughts, imagination are related, associated with these emotional impulses and expressions. There is no other way. If we want to establish ourselves to the inner freedom and peace and plenitude, we must dissolve the egoic tendencies. There is no other way. Any other thought is just imagination. It is just imagination. There is no liberation without the elimination, the total dissolution of all kind of egoistic tendencies. There is no other way. And all these have a centered desire Of course, we can have moments, or according to the degree of the purification of our mind and heart and the elimination of tendencies, we can experience more and more the peace and bliss of and plenitude of our true nature. There's no doubt. But the more our mind becomes pure and luminous, and our heart pure and peaceful, the more we can reach and remain aware and experience the peace of the divine essence. So this is what I wanted to share with you. We must develop the capacity to live present, consciously, moment to moment, without identifying with the thoughts, emotions, all psychological expressions and external situations, persons, objects, etc. And eliminate little by little all these tendencies and maintain conscious connection with the inner peace and silence of our divine essence. But not only to be present, because why to live in presence? What is the point? To experience peace and plenitude and freedom here and now. So not only our preoccupation is not only to be present, but to experience peace, to get deeper and deeper as much as we can in each moment, and experience this peace and plenitude. That's why we have taken this physical body, to realize who we really are. And what we really are is deep peace, freedom, fullness, beyond imagination. I wish you peace, love, and light in your heart, and wish you to realize your true nature in this very life and be liberated from any kind of misery and all kind of limitations in the form of egoic tendencies, programming, etc., etc. I wish you peace, love, and light. Namaste.